Hey y'all, Matt Fouch here on the couch with Fouch, and one of the sponsors of today's interview video is Christian Healthcare Ministries. Now, just a few years ago when my family got the notification in the mail from Blue Cross and Blue Shield that our premium was going to at least double, we knew we had to make a change. So we started looking at other opportunities. One of the things we came across was Christian Healthcare Ministries. Now, this organization is a great alternative to health insurance. We found out that we could save a ton of money by switching, and in reality, we actually had better coverage options with this organization. So call them today, 800-791-6225, and tell them that Matt Fouch and the On the Couch with Fouch interview series sent you to get the information so that they will continue to support Southern gospel music and this interview series that you love to watch. Call them today, 800-791-6225, and tell them that Matt Fouch sent you. Guys, have a great day and enjoy the interview. Hey guys, and welcome back to On the Couch with Fouch. We're here at the National Quartet Convention, and I want to ask you all to do me a favor. Please like, comment, and share if you're watching on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. It's the little bell up top that you click. Make sure you're getting notifications for this. And please comment your favorite part of the interview after it's all done. We don't want you going anywhere now, but after it's done, comment. We are, like I said, we're here at NQC. We're catching up with some of the groups that maybe you've heard before. Maybe you haven't heard before. I don't know. Maybe we're introducing you to somebody for the first time. And if we are, I hope that you're enjoying getting to meet these artists. I am here. I'm going to tell them before we tell who you guys are. We had to go to Plan C for this. So I am here at the Joseph Habedank booth. He is watching over us for this interview, and we're looking forward to a great time. And so a little plug for Joseph, since he was so kind to let us use the couch in the back. We don't really want the backdrop, but it's here anyways, right?
It's Joseph's couch.
Let us use the couch. Guys, we have Heart to Heart with us here today. I'm excited to introduce these folks to you guys. And for the Spotlight series, the first thing I always ask the group to share is where you're from, who are the members in the group, how many years have you been around singing, that kind of the basic info to let these folks get just a little bit of background on the group.
Sure. Well, Matt, my name's David Kaiser. This is my wife, Dina, and our good longtime friend, Rhonda House. And we make up Heart to Heart Ministries. We're based out of a little town called Cherryville, North Carolina, which is about 20 miles west of Charlotte, North Carolina. And we have, this coming January will be 21 years of ministry for us. We started in 1998 and kind of stayed in that church rim for a bunch of years. That was kind of our thing. You know, we liked being in the church, being around the altars, and that was kind of where we built our base out of. And say in the last 10 years or so, God's just really expanded us, and we began to do, some bigger events, and then of course National Quartet Convention and things like that. God's just really blessing us, so we're excited.
So 21 years, thousands of songs probably, or hundreds of songs. One of the questions that a lot of people have asked when I've put out on Facebook that we're interviewing some artists that maybe they're not familiar with is song selection. Do you write your own songs? Do you just choose songs that are submitted? What's the song selection like for Heart to Heart?
Most of the stuff that we do is written from different writers. We have over the years. One of our favorites is Rebecca J. Peck. We pull a lot of stuff from Rebecca J. Peck. We just recently did our last album. People had been asking us for a long time, hey, why don't you guys do something old, And rather than just doing a hymns project, we decided to go back and do some things that we did back when we was a kid. We went back and grabbed some old Dottie Rambo stuff.
Lanny Wolf.
Some Lanny Wolf stuff,
Crouch.
Andre Crouch.
Yeah.
Things like It's My Desire, some really good old stuff, and so we did a new project with that. But, starting out 20 years ago, we did, like most groups do, we did some cover stuff, but then we began to just pull some really good original stuff from different writers. And our last couple radio releases came from a good friend of ours at home that wrote two of our last releases that charted really well. So Linda Nixon, and we're thrilled about that. But yeah, we like to pull. We love just different writers and pulling different things from some really great people. So God's blessed us with that.
So, totally random, and I just thought of this. Is there anyone else on the bus with y'all besides y'all three?
Lord, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
When we've got
Oh, Lord.
Listen, we have a very large family that travels with us. I'll tell you something that's kind of unique about what's happened with us in the last couple of years. But Dina and I have two beautiful daughters, grown daughters. Our oldest daughter is married, gave us two grandbabies. We have two grandbabies. Our oldest one is 7, and
Y'all barely look old enough to have kids, let alone grandkids.
I'll pay you later.
Well, put that in there.
so we have two babies. My son-in-law actually runs sound for us, and then Rhonda. This is just kind of a lot of people have followed us the last couple of years based on some of the things that happened with Rhonda. But a year ago, May, Rhonda lost her husband and her mom on the same day.
I did. Yeah.
We buried her husband and her mom 3 days apart. And Jimmy was a big part of our ministry. So when we had everybody together, we had about 10 of us that were traveling.
And my daughter and my son-in-law.
And
would
she
go
just
with us as
she just
well.
got a brand new grandbaby boy.
He's 6 months old, and she's expecting another one.
Oh my goodness!
So it keeps growing. So
Yeah.
so we
So
made
second
it-
bus is in the
we
future.
made it.
You're gonna put all the family on that.
That's right.
Gaither pulled in today here at HQC. He had 2 or 3 buses. Y'all
That's
gonna have 2 or
hilarious.
3 rolling
Gonna
around.
put all the kids on one.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely the kids.
The
on
kids
the
on the other, the adults.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Rhonda, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, but I want you to take a moment to think about it while I'm asking another question over here because I want you. It's kind of putting you on the spot, okay?
Okay.
You're a family friend, been with them for a long time, but I want you to share with the folks here in just a couple minutes a story on your counterparts here in the ministry because they're married, right? And you're
what
the
shall she
lady that's
choose
a
from?
friend that's been traveling with them for so
my.
long. So I want
You
you to
really
share.
are putting me on the
I
spot.
want you to share a story about
Be
them
nice.
Oh,
that will not
Incriminate?
that will not make you no longer a close friend of the
Oh,
family.
So okay.
So think
trying
of
to
a
sow
good one.
discord.
I'm not.
Right.
That is such a fun question to ask. So I want you to
But
think
why
about it.
me?
Well, because they're married and you're the friend that's in the group. Okay. Now, if it had been
Okay.
the other way around, I'd be asking one of them.
I
who to
started to say
say.
usually the
I got
stories
a
are
long
on me.
list.
Yeah.
I know.
So I'm going to ask them
Yeah.
while you're thinking about that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How would you guys describe someone who has never heard the music of Heart to Heart? How would you describe the music from Heart to Heart?
I personally would describe it as a very aggressive Southern gospel. So, we're very high energy, we're upbeat. Now, we have our ministry times where we bring it down, and, but for the most part, we're just really excited about what God's doing in our lives personally.
Yeah.
And we're also really excited about what God is doing in our ministry. And to know that you are somehow impacting other people's lives in a very positive way changes your outlook on life. And so for me, I can't contain myself when I get up there. Like, I am excited about what the Lord is doing in my life. I'm excited about what He's given us and the things that, that I look around and I see all the blessings and how different people are being touched. So I would describe us as very energetic and,
Absolutely.
and aggressive Southern gospel style.
Some of the writers that we talked to that have heard some of our stuff and we kind of describe it as a really progressive Southern with a little Pentecostal twist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that I guess that describes it
I
pretty
dig
well.
that. I dig that. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Rhonda, you've been thinking.
I have. I mean, I have several funny stories, but they include me too.
I don't want to tell them myself.
That's the truth.
But
She's the comedian of the group.
No. I mean, well, this is Lucy and Ethel right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
that is her
Okay.
name.
I mean, my
Yes.
mind came to, the time that Dina was actually singing Jesus Christ the King. Remember that? And this is like the first time we'd ever been to this church. But anyway, she got
She
so
can't hardly contain
emotional.
herself there.
Well, you would have had to have been there, but she got so emotional, and she just starts crying, and she's
And
like,
I had the lead
in the lead
verse.
and the verses, yeah.
And I couldn't get control of myself
And,
to even sing the
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, and I'm one of these. If you start crying, I'm gonna start crying, And so she looked at me and she said, "You said it," and I said, "Okay," and I go, "She didn't know it."
And the crowd's sitting there going,
The song.
So the track was just playing.
Yeah. So we're just like, okay.
Lord, speak to
The-
these folks through the track. David, did you step in?
Oh, good.
No,
He
there was
no
nothing
help.
I could do. It was a total loss.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
that's good. And
goodness.
I love, on stage, obviously with Legacy 5, there are nights when typically it's something funny. It's not really emotional, but it's just funny.
Oh, yeah.
And you're sitting there, and you got certain looks between you and the people in your group that something happens or somebody
Oh, yeah.
or something takes place on stage or whatever, and y'all give each other that little look.
Yeah.
And you can,
It's on the rest of the
Yes.
night.
Well, now,
Yes.
you're doing that, that type of thing, and and then you can't even look at them for the rest of the night because if you do, you're going to be cracking up
This
laughing.
one right
Oh,
here.
huh.
Yes, I find myself doing that quite often with her.
well, I have a
Very
story, but we
funny.
can't tell it.
Okay, good.
That was on the Great American Gospel
Yes,
video.
yes.
Okay, well, we'll just go on to the next question.
Okay.
Rhonda.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, this is not
Okay.
not funny or anything.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't know about the hard times you faced last year. They mentioned that, and if you can,
Sure.
I would love for you to share. And I hate to go from something fun to something serious, but I love being able to contrast in the
Absolutely.
interviews. And so, I would love, because at the end of the day, it's fun. We have a blast.
That's right.
But we also want to encourage somebody. So if there is someone watching this right now that is currently facing what you have faced in last year, would you please give them hopefully a little encouragement, a word of hope, a word of
Absolutely.
comfort? That would mean so much to folks that are maybe facing that right now.
Absolutely. Well, as David had said earlier, May of 2017, I lost my mother and my husband on the same day. Then the next week, we buried my mom on a Monday. On a Wednesday. Buried my husband on Saturday. My mind went back at the time to my pastor that had said, it was a sermon he had preached, and there was a quote in there that has just stuck with me all these years. When you don't know what to do what you know to do. And ever since then, we have kind of adopted that motto. And we even had a T-shirt, so when we tell the story, no matter what you're facing today, no matter what you're going through, I know that God has a plan, and when you don't know what to do what you know to do. And for me, it was just to keep singing. I had to just keep moving, keep singing, keep moving, because God does have a plan.
Amen.
Do I know what it is right at this very moment? I don't know. But I do know that God has a plan. And I do know that we are meant to be together, and God has put us together, and it's His will that we carry on the gospel.
Amen.
And also, let me just mention this, January of this year, before our 20th
We were celebrating
homecoming
our 20-year anniversary.
with the Crab
We
family.
brought the Crab family in,
Yeah.
and on that Monday,
I had a mild heart attack. I
Mild?
was mild. It was mild. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was mild. That's what the doctor said. No damage, thank the Lord, to the heart. But had a mild heart attack, went into the hospital, and after the heart cath, he said, "Miss House, you have 4 blocked arteries, and you're going to need quadruple bypass surgery." And I'm like, Well,
That'll
okay, we can do
That's
it,
fine
but
after
we're gonna have to
Friday.
wait
Yeah.
because come Friday, I have got a homecoming that I'm singing with the Kraft family, and they're looking at me like, okay. He said, "Well, Miss House, you're not leaving the hospital." So thankfully, my daughter was able to step up and fill in. But yeah, so I had that this year as well, and I'm done.
She's got a new
I'm
partner.
done.
Thank you
Yes,
for
right.
thank you for being
But
open and transparent to share.
Absolutely, absolutely.
A few times in some of the interviews, we've had some moments of transparency and openness, and I think that that's what people love to see is the
Absolutely.
openness and the transparency that we
real.
have fun, but we're
Oh,
real
yeah.
too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
I don't ever like to put people in awkward positions where they don't want to share.
I don't mind
but,
at all.
But I felt like you wouldn't mind. So
Not at all.
I didn't feel too bad, I guess, asking you to share that. With what you just said, with kind of put it on that saying on a shirt and everything, would you say that kind of has become the vision or the mission statement or the emphasis of Heart to Heart now?
I think this last couple of years, because it felt like our ministry was just really under a spiritual warfare,
Yeah.
we just was determined that we're just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
stay focused, keep moving.
That's right.
And that motto, when you don't know what to do what you know to do. The back of that shirt says, sing, pray, worship, and praise.
That's right.
And those four things right there, we share that a lot in our services, that those four things right there will carry you through.
Yeah.
And we had a song that was one of the songs that Linda Nixon had written for us that we held on to for about a year. We didn't really understand why we were holding on to this song. We were going to release it to national radio. Rhonda goes through all of this. We release it. It was our first top 40 that we had ever experienced with that. And it ministered. That song was entitled "He Is There," and so that song just ministered to a lot of people this past year. So,
And to me.
So I would really say that has been what we adopted the last couple of years
Yeah.
as our motto and our focus.
Cool. Share with these folks where they can catch up with Heart to Heart Ministries and how they can connect with you guys.
Oh Lord, really easy. You can go to our website, which is www.heart. You got to spell it all out. HEART with a number 2, HEARTMIN.com. You can like us on Facebook. We'd love for you to connect with us and keep up with us and just kind of experience with us what God's doing in our ministry.
Yeah, if you guys would go to their website, check out their tour schedule, maybe go to one of their concerts if they're coming to your area, like their Facebook page, go on YouTube and type in the name of the group and see videos pop up. Take a few minutes and watch some of their stuff. Guys, before we close out the program, we got a little fun part. I call it This or That, okay? Now, it's not anything fast, it's not anything crazy, very easy questions. But I just want to get your guys' thoughts on this or that, okay? So each one of y'all give me your this or that, okay? Steak or chicken?
Oh, chicken. That's easy for me.
Stay.
Steak, yeah. I'm sitting here like, ribeye.
Yeah.
We have a cattle farm, so we're going to say steak.
Filet mignon. Car or truck?
Car.
Car.
Truck.
Yeah, okay, you said cattle farm, so I'm like, okay. Now, where I live in Kentucky, it's like, if you don't have a truck, you ain't a dude.
That's right.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's you.
And I'll be honest, I don't got a truck. I just moved there 3 years ago, and I'm kind of transitioning, figuring this whole thing out. Like rural Kentucky, every dude has a truck, and I'm just sitting there in my car like, Alaska or Hawaii?
Hawaii.
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 Okay. See, I was going to
these
guess
are-
Alaska because the
I
farm
started
field.
to say Alaska, but that's
I
a
want
hard
to go.
one.
Yeah.
I've been to both. I've
Which
been
one?
blessed to go to both.
Okay, this or that.
Yeah, Hawaii every time. Honeymoon was in Maui.
Oh,
been on the
I've been to
Alaska
Maui,
cruise,
yes,
and I would
yes.
pick going to Maui
Me too.
every day.
Me
I
too.
love Alaska. It's beautiful. Walking up to the glacier and everything
Yeah.
is breathtaking.
Yeah.
But for me,
Yeah.
if it's like hanging out with my wife at a hotel or on the cruise ship looking at the glacier, or hanging out on the beach
beach.
at Maui,
Maui.
I'm personally
Maui.
going to the beach at Maui,
Me
right?
too.
Okay, breakfast or dinner?
Oh.
You can get both at Cracker Barrel, but
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with dinner.
dinner. Okay.
I'm a breakfast
I'm
person.
gonna say
yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah.
I love breakfast in the morning.
But I could
What
do
about
breakfast
breakfast
at
for
night.
dinner?
Yeah, that's me.
We do that a lot at
Yeah,
home.
we do too.
Because my
Yeah.
kids are like
Yeah.
pancakes. I mean, they
Yeah.
want gotta have chocolate chips in them, that type of a thing. Guys, thank you so much
Oh,
for being with
thank
me.
Thank you, man.
I've enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
You just did the sign language thing.
Yeah.
Do you know sign language?
No, absolutely not. Just a little
just
bit.
did
I know the
Well, we've been
I know
married
the
for 27 years.
ABC. I know
I've seen some
that.
sign language.
Guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again, guys, if you've enjoyed this, hit the share button, hit the like, comment your favorite part of the interview. What was your favorite question? Let us know, and make sure you go and check out Heart to Heart Ministries. God bless you guys, and I hope that you enjoy this song from Heart to Heart.